Okay, Paul here, and on the bench now I have a Radio Shack AM/FM radio that a customer sent in because the cassette deck is not working. It's a model 12696. I don't know if that's focusing there or not. Anyway, it's a model 12696, and it's a Chinesium radio. So the customer had sent this radio in once before for noisy volume control, and I put I cleaned the volume control and checked the radio for functionality, and it was working fine. It's just the volume control needed to be cleaned. No accounting for taste on the radio stations around here. Hey, there's some good music. And of course, I'm on FM. I don't get this many stations on AM. Okay, so I'm going to stick an old 1970s cassette in here and see if it plays. Well, maybe I'm not. Something happened to it. This cassette deck was working last time I had it. Now somebody has done something to it and the door won't even open. So she did say that another guy looked at it and maybe he didn't look at it very well. So let's see if we can find out why that door is not opening. I can't put a cassette in there. I can't open the door. Let me go ahead and take these screws out. I'm going to pause the video while I do that so I'm not boring you to tears and moving the camera all over the place. Okay, somebody definitely has messed this up. This whole thing is locked up and engaged. It thinks there's a cassette in there, and that's why the door won't open. It's actually hitting the stop there, and it looks like somebody even tried to force it. I'll bend that back where it belongs. So we got to figure out what happened. I don't know what in the world there. That's part of the problem. This is all messed up. Okay, it's running there. And the eject. What in the world happened to that? This was working fine. See, that's the problem with these Chinesiums. This is not supposed to be in the way of that door. And the unit's in where it belongs, so it's not the housing that's the problem. It's this actual that is so weird. What is that doing in the way of the door? should be down. Get a little better light in there. Apologize for my head getting in the way. Unfortunately, it's recessed in a cabinet and I have to get close to it to see it. It just doesn't make sense. That is all the way in there. But this side looks like it's not all the way in there. Oh, I see. I see. Well, that makes very little sense. There it is. It dropped in. Okay. That was a easy fix. It was just somehow wedged in there. I don't know what happened there. But it could be when I originally put the case back in. I'm not going to say I wasn't responsible. It is possible. Doesn't matter. I'm not going to be charging the customer for this repair anyway. She's a very good customer and I appreciate the business. But I know I checked the cassette player and it was working fine. That is just really strange that that did not set in there right, and yet all of the screws went in without any issue, and the knob was on fine, the radio was working fine. Let's turn that down to off and line up the button again. Okay. Now we'll try a cassette. Fast forward works. Here's play. Now, again, this is an old cassette. Fast forward. Okay, let me try another cassette. These are old cassettes, and the reason I use them is because they're old cassettes. And the best way to test something is with an old cassette. There's fast forward, you see it spinning fine. Back that up so you can see it better. Like I said, old cassettes. Working fine. Flip it over. Okay, let's try a different cassette. Here's a collectible one. Not by me, but by some people. Not so collectible there. Again, ancient cassettes. This one's probably 60s. Yeah, it's definitely 60s. Maybe 70s. It is old. And it works. Let's try a different one. How about some noisy rock? Fast forward. Play. Fast forward. Play. Fast forward. Play. This is a 1988. It says right there. Okay. Eject. Yeah. That's the most recent song on this tape. It goes, some of them are 76. Detroit Rock City. That's from Kiss. Fast forward. Play. Okay. I'm going to put a little bit of oil on the moving parts, but everything's fine now. Put just a little bit of oil on it. I didn't do anything to the cassette recorder because that was working and it was not part of what was the problem. The problem was the problem was that the volume control was making noise. That was oops. Okay, let me get a little bit of that. Let's put it around. That was the complaint when it was sent to me originally. The volume control is making noise. Get that off the tray there. I'll wipe that out in a minute. Right now I want to use it. There really isn't many moving parts. There's this one that goes up and down. Mostly it's sliding controls. And they seem to be okay. They could use a little grease to get some dust there. Get that off. Right here. Okay. This is a pivot here. It's a 1989. A little bit of that in there, and a little bit on this side. This one I can get with this. Zoom spell. Good. Okay, let me clean that out of there. This will help keep that from rusting. There's a little bit of wear here, so a little oil is a good thing. Okay, let's try that junky tape. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay, that's working better. Just wipe that down a little. Get some of the excess off. That's me doing that, just checking out this control here. Let's see. Okay, get that out. I'm going to put a little bit of grease on that. That needs a little grease. It's binding as it shifts. So we'll put a little bit of white lightning on there. Unfortunately, I can't get that to go up without putting the tape in there. Okay, let's do that. I'm going to turn the volume down so copyright people don't come after me while I do this. Just shut it off, actually. All right. Put a little bit of grease here because this is really dry. I don't know if you can see that in there. I'm shining a light in there. Can you see that where the metal is worn here on the bottom of this line? See? That's what's binding there. So I put a little bit of grease on that. It doesn't need oil, it needs grease because it's a sliding control. Just so you all remember, something slides, you put grease on it. Something turns, you oil it. Okay, there's something binding on the knob. Oh, I see, it's the knob itself. No, I never took that knob off. Okay. There. That's better. That fixed it. Push it out a little more if I can. There. Now it's all the way on. It was getting hung on the edge of the plastic there. Now we're in good shape. The unit's fine. Get some of that excess off of there. Again, you see the wear there. See it? Where it's worn on the... Let me see if I can find a small screwdriver to point these things out. See right here, there's a shiny spot. I don't know what in the world did that because there's nothing there to go there. But here it's obvious. Right here, there's a line. And I put a good amount of oil on that. Actual grease, rather. Let me take some of that off that pin there. That's some old grease there from when they assembled it. But that'll help stop that, where this is rubbing on here. You know, it's not a expensive unit, but that should definitely help. Let's do another test and see what we got. Okay, so we turn it back on, and we'll try that tape that was spinning and going berserk. And the way to go is with the tape facing up. Fast forward. Now fast forward's really working. Again, that's a 1960s tape, so it's noisy. It's working fine. And here's the newer tape. Fast forward. You can hardly hear it fast forwarding. You hear it. Working fine. If you hold pressure on it, you can make it go slower. So you can hear it is fast forwarding. But I wouldn't do that. Just push the button in to fast forward it. And push it. You push it harder to eject the tape. So you push it until it clicks. That's fast forward. You push it real hard, the tape pops out. And that's what it's supposed to do. Fast forward. Fast forward. Working fine. Eject. And try another one. Let's see, what do we got here? This was air supply. Fast forward. This tape's wound too tight. I could fix it, but I don't want to. I don't really care about the tape. I mean, I like the music. I don't use the tape. It's old. Yeah, it won't fast forward because it's overwound. I could stick a pencil, you can see dirt in there and dust on the tape itself. I could stick a pencil in there and loosen it up, but there ain't no sense. I use records. I don't use cassettes. But that's just me, you know. Here's another one. Let's try it.
Name you Superman. Superman. Superman.
Country, fast forward's fine.
Just cause you're right.
You can hear it, fast forward's fine.
Anger is a mess with mine.
Yeah, it's fine. Sometimes it's louder than others. That's just what it is. There ain't nothing I can do about that. I turn it around.
We're worth trying.
Fast forward. See, that tape is rattling.
Pretend.
But you can hear it fast forwarding. And you can see it. Doing good. Okay, so that's done. And the radio works and everything works. So, this was a demo, a small repair of the cassette section, but a demo for the customer as well. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up. And I thank you for watching the video. Have a good day.